amazing childbirth that you love. I'm Nora Amana Bukdal and I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's just dive into it. See, I don't have a magic word to change birth with a spell. It's more like childbirth is like a marathon. Actually, childbirth is like nothing else we know, but a marathon comes closest. Childbirth is pure life force. It could be very challenging and very exhausting, and it could feel like a matter of life and death, but it is no longer a matter of life and death, at least in Western countries. And yeah, well, it's a really big thing, giving birth. And marathon is the best image we have for it, because that's a big thing too. And you would never run in marathon without exercising or without preparing. And you would not prepare for a marathon with only visiting one course with a few hours, learning about the history of marathon and how to, with a video, how to move your feet and what the muscles do while running. You won't prepare like that, you would exercise, wouldn't you? And it's the same with birth. A normal birth education class is not necessarily enough preparation for an outstanding, wonderful, empowering birth. Although it is a very important part, and you don't skip it. And see, you're naturally able to run, aren't you? Once you've learned it as a child, you're naturally able to run. And you're naturally able to birth. You are. But you need preparation. Everything big needs preparation. And now in the 21st century it could be that we need the most birth preparation ever. It is because that everything that's now important for us and that we're now very good in doesn't help us with giving birth. We're very much focused nowadays on our minds and our skill sets. And we don't birth with our mind, no way. We birth with our bodies. And and many natural skills we have, we're born with, are unused and unheard. And we're not so familiar and used with the possibilities and powers of our bodies. And so birth has become something unusual, something unknown and strange. But it doesn't need to be. And birth really is like a marathon, and you need to prepare for it like a marathon, like running a marathon. And that leads us to our first key. Okay, the first key is take responsibility and be active and prepare for your marathon. How much you feel in charge at your birth is how good you experience that birth, how much you will like it, how great you think it was. That's one very important key. A horrible birth experience is made of a combination of overwhelm and fear and tension and the feeling of not being able to have any influence of what's going on, to feel completely overridden. That's a horrible birth, and that's one you don't want to experience. So be in charge and be responsible is really a huge key. And that means being active and in action now during your pregnancy and for the birth preparation and during the complete birth. It could be that this is a no-brainer for you, but it could be that this really feels tough and not easy. I know this, it's not always easy. Feelings like overwhelm and fear are very common in pregnancy. This is not a personal problem or a personal failure. It's not something bad. This is a normal way, a normal adjustment to all the huge changes going on in your body, in your life, in what's coming up. Pregnancy is challenging, and you faced giving birth, and that's challenging too. So negative feelings like overwhelm, insecurity, fear, worries, these are completely normal reactions. You need to adjust to all these changes. And the best way to do is to embrace these feelings, to embrace your feelings and not to fight with them. The next thing you can do to now be active and be responsible for your pregnancy and then for your birth is get yourself a midwife. You will love and need her advice and her security. And she is working towards your goals. She's there for your security, baby's security. She's helping you to have this best birth you're looking for. If it's not possible for you to get a midwife, because there may be no midwives in your area, or you don't want a birthing center, or whatever the options you have. So if a midwife is not possible, then you really, really, really need a doula. And that's no question there. You really need her. Don't give birth without support. That's a very bad idea. Always choose good support. So consider taking a doula. And now what I really mean is not consider taking a doula, but go out and hire a doula. You will need a doula. I can't imagine that you will ever regret taking a doula. Check out somebody in your area, get known of your options, make yourself a picture. What you will need a doula most for is for birth, because you need someone who's talking you through it, who's reminding you of the things you want to remember and you're in the moment not able to remember. And this is not necessarily your partner, because your partner is very stressed too at birth. And the team of your partner and a doula is the perfect team you have. Or more perfect is your partner, a midwife and a doula, but your partner and a doula is okay too. And really, they can give you as a team the support you need to remember what you want to remember for that great birth you want to have. It's really an important reassurance that really helps and makes a measurable difference. Women who have a doula have 40% less likely a cesarean and have a shorter time giving birth. So really get out and get a doula. She's way more worth than you pay her. Then make sure you're booking a good birth preparation class, because not every birth preparation class is as good as the other one. And a birth preparation class should prepare you and empower you. If you feel scared, you're probably in the wrong class. And I always suggest to take a class from a midwife, not from a hospital. But go out and check your options, inform yourself, talk to the people, get recommendations, and make a decision. If you want an outstanding birth, you need an outstanding preparation. That's so easy and logical. And it's far more easy to have an outstanding birth preparation if you're guided by someone, if you're not doing it alone. Time you invest in preparing in a relaxed and positive way for your birth experience is what you invest in your most wonderful, empowering, better than you ever can think of birth. And your self-esteem, and your mental health, and it's only profits there. You will love it. maybe you're wondering, why do I emphasize so much on support and learning if giving birth is something so natural? Every woman is able to birth, that's no question at all, that's true, and you're able to give birth. But as I said, the modern world emphasizes so much different qualities that we don't need at birth. And so we're not well prepared in the first moment we face birth. Because birth seems to happen at a complete different level than we live in. It's a very old, deep level. It feels like you need more to remember, like to be a monkey to have a great birth experience, than anything else. And it's more like being a monkey than being an angel. And yes, you could give birth completely alone without any support. That's possible too. And you could have the best ever think of birth then if you manage to be consistently in your power and listen to the information from within and your strength from within. But that's an ability only few of us have, even if we don't be in the process of giving birth to a child. Then it's still challenging enough to consistently be in this inner power. So that's far more easy if you have support to help you, staying with you, being active and responsible now and at your birth. So here are your action steps for the first key. The first action step is inform yourself about a midwife and a doula and get known some of them and hire at least one. The second action step for you is say no to birth stories. You can politely say no thank you, you can tell me after I've given birth or whatever. Say no to unasked birth stories, because they are nearly 100% of them are horror stories. You don't want to hear horror stories when you prepare for giving birth. That really harms your birth preparation. Stories are mighty. They live inside your unconsciousness and have power. So please say no to birth stories. Find a polite way to say no. And that's really an important thing to do. Yeah. Third action step for the first key is make sure you're well informed about all topics of pregnancy, giving birth, all options you have, and about the time with baby, vaccinations and all the other things. All the topics coming up. Make sure you're well informed and then find your position. Find what's right for me. And you will feel it in your heart. If you listen, you will know it. And then take your position, decide on it, go for it. Decide to prepare for your marathon with all these steps and keep on watching this video series because I'm giving you lots of hints and steps how to do it. And the fourth action step to take is say yes to your feelings. Don't bite yourself. The fourth action step is say yes to your feelings. Don't beat yourself up because of what you're feeling. Try to embrace your feelings or express them. It's okay, you need them. You need your feelings. Without your feelings, you would be a monster. So these feelings are really important. Try to, you can journal them, you can write them down in morning pages, you can talk them out, but embrace them, they are okay. So, that's much that you can do, and that's really a huge and important first key for your wonderful, empowering and easy childbirth. So, I love your comments below. What was the most important information in this video? I love to hear it. And I love to hear your stories. So please comment below. And please share this video with your friends if you you.